so let's talk about this. So just to recap, A is what makes it wider or thinner. H is my horizontal translation, and K is my vertical translation. So let's work with that right now. Okay, I'm going to do these tomorrow with you. That's what those graphs are that are on your table. So if you just want to put them away, that's fine. Some of you didn't get one, I don't think, but we'll figure that out. So tomorrow we'll put this in your notebook so you have your vertical translation. That's why the Y's are changing here in each one of these. These are your horizontal translations. And then these are your rate of change, or how much the slope is changing. Okay, so pencils down. Everybody look up here. No cute. Okay, so I'm going to graph f of x equals the absolute value, 3 times the absolute value of x minus 4. The first thing I want to do is I want to look at my horizontal translation here. Since it says x minus 4, x minus 4 equal to 0 would make x equal to 4, so I know I'm going to go this way, 4. So I'm going to go ahead and go over 1, 2, 3, 4. A is 3, or how much I'm going to go steeper. So from this is my vertex, because I'm not going a vertical translation, because there's nothing over here with y, and there's nothing over here for me to move to the other side. So actually I'm going to write that out. I'm going to change this to y. There's nothing that I'm going to go either up or down, translate up or down, and then I've got 3 times the absolute value of x minus 4. That is what I'm thinking about in my head when I do this. Okay, so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3 over 1 in the positive direction, and up 1, 2, 3 over 1 in the negative direction. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1, up 2, 3 over 1. And I'm going to draw my lines with arrows. Perfect. I'm going to grab this and this and group them. No, not what I wanted. There's my grouping. And show you that what I did is I started here. I went over 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't see my hands in the way. And then I made it steep. Question? Sarah? Excellent question. That tells me how wide I'm going to make it. Okay, so going back here to the screen, far away, A is how wide I'm going to make it. The coefficient. Sometimes A is written in like this. Y minus K equals, sometimes it's right up against X like that. It's the same thing. Okay? It's whatever is in front of X, coefficient. Okay. Let me let you copy that one down, and then I'm going to do another one with you. We're going to use whiteboard. Ooh, I'm not finished. Okay, so my vertex. My vertex happens to be the very bottom or top, depending on whether it's a positive or negative, of my absolute value graph. So right there, that is my vertex. So it's over 4, 0. Notice it's also right here. Right? 4, 0. That's my vertex. My domain. If I were to take and look like this, how far do I have to spread my hands before I have all the sets of numbers this graph's involved with on the x-axis? I have to keep going. Why? It keeps going. I have arrows right here, so I would have to keep going in this direction and this direction. So x is in between negative infinity and positive infinity. Next, I'm going to look at my range. I'm going to change the color of that later. Next, I'll look at my range. If I want to look at this direction and this direction, I can't go any further down, right? The graph stops, but then I can keep going in this direction. So my range is y is in between. The bottom of my graph is at 0 and includes 0, and the top of my graph goes on to infinity. Okay, copy that down. Let me get your homework. Okay, I'm recording, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so let me do this one for you. Everybody pencils down. If I see you with the pencil in your hand, I'm going to come over and I'm going to take it away. Okay, so I'm going to change this one first to transformational form. So I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides, and now I have y minus 6 equals negative 1/3 the absolute value of x, and that's it. I should probably put in here, why are we packing up? Okay, backpack's on the ground. Just stay right there. You guys wasted, look, okay. You guys wasted a lot of time today, so I got to finish this up, okay? All right, so I'm going to start at my origin, and then I look at where I'm going to move. I'm not going to move on the x-axis because this says if I set it to 0, it's 0. I am, however, going to move up 6 because the opposite, or when I set y minus 6 to 0, Michael, do I have to take your pencil? Okay, so I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is my vertex. My vertex is at 0, 6. And remember I told you that 0, 6, that's right here and right here. Next, I need my slope, for lack of a better word. It's right here. I'm going to go down 1 and over 3. 1, 2, 3. Down 1, oops, down 1 over 3, down 1 over 3. You guys need to stop moving before I make you stay longer. Okay, so it makes sense if I look at it, it makes sense of the problem. I'm not shifting on the x, I'm shifting up on the 6, or up on the y-axis up 6. It has a slope of 1/3, which is going to be wide, right, or closer to 0, and it's negative, so it's pointing down. If my domain, if I look in this direction and this direction, is x is in between negative infinity and positive infinity. And if I look at my range, it stops, has a limit at 6. So the very bottom of it, sorry, the very top of it is 6, and it goes on to negative infinity. Thank you very much.